Yeah, like I said, these losers are really losing their fucking mind. Alright, so today I literally just got in the store. In the door. She just pulled off because she came out. This time she was out as I was walking down the steps, and she's acting like she's on the phone. This just happened. You see, she just pulled off. She's looking at the phone, down at the phone like this, holding it. You see how I hold the phone. I always hold my phone like this because I'm recording. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean. It don't matter if you're recording me. It's like, why are you recording me? You're a random stranger. Yeah, I know you live here. But anyway, so I guess they knew after they antics today, I was going to be reporting on they punk asses. So anyway, they gone back. So I went to 3 different stores. The supermarket, right? I go through self checkout because it's this. What is it? About 12 o'clock. Nobody in there anyway. Really, it's empty. But I went to the CVS and 7-Eleven. Both cashiers make an effort to put the receipt in the bag. Again, like I was talking about yesterday, just real over. Don't you get your receipt in your hand? I'm sticking out my hand. They make an effort to put the receipt in, and so now I got to go back and buy bullshit just to see if they do it again. So now, yeah, I'm gonna say something like, why in the fuck did you put this shit? You see me take it out and put it in my hand. So this is finna go down today. I don't know what they want. Obviously it's not going to escalate to the police being called, but it's going to be something. I'm going to have a funny story to report when I settle down about what I don't know what these fucktards, what that shit is supposed to mean. Put it in the bag one more time. It's going down today. Well, it ain't going down. I'm just going to report on it. All right, so anyway, the reason I brought this out, let me take a seat so I can operate 2 hands. I found another, it's an easy search. Anybody can do it. Everybody, we all know how to use Google or whichever. But yeah, like I said, they made a concerted effort to put a receipt in the bag. I don't know what the fuck these retards on or what, but look at this video. I don't think it's any kind of copyright issue. Like I said, well, I ain't trying to be a YouTuber anyway. But I'm also really trying to help you people.
They're in the lobby. Coming out.
I see them. They're entering a gray minivan.
I am a follower and a wallflower, and I'm good at it. I'm Andrea, and I'm a surveillant with the Canadian Security Intelligence Service.
Walking north. At the end of the corridor, on the right.
The target is a Caucasian female, about 5 feet 5, around 40 years of age, medium built, blonde hair, shoulder length.
Wearing an ivory trench coat, black pants.
I'm on Highway 20, approaching the airport.
Arrived at the airport at 22:34.
She's leaving through door number 7.
She was picked up by 2 females in a gray minivan.
Entering the vehicle.
The vehicle is leaving.
This is not her first time here. We have information that she has had prior contact with individuals known to the service. It's important that we understand her intentions for coming here last night.
Teamwork is the foundation of my job. We rely on each other to ensure our goals are met and our operations are successful.
Target is coming out of the lobby with a blue bicycle. Target is leaving on the right.
My workday involves physically following a target, the person of interest, without he or she knowing that they are being observed.
We just stopped on Hunter Street. We're dropping
5 job.
I need an update.
The target is going north on Canning.
Okay, I see her.
It takes patience, flexibility, and common sense to complete often long, complex operations that are mandated by CSIS and Canadian law.
Okay, going into the metro. We have new info. She's meeting someone on Synthetic Sound between Saint-Antoine and Vision.
It takes natural ability and training to be able to blend into the background.
Observation post. That is on your location.
She's getting off. Square Victoria.
My work is unique and exciting. It has stretches of long idle moments and bursts of adrenaline in between.
I'm on standby.
She's coming out.
The surveillance's greatest skill is to be attentive to detail.
Target is walking north on Synthetic Sound.
Even the most seemingly insignificant thing can make or break a CSIS investigation. She's approaching a blue vehicle. She's dropping off her bag.
The vehicle is turning left on
Surveillance work helps CSIS maintain its important role of keeping Canada safe for all of us.
south of the hill, the west on location. I'm on location. Target parked his car, going into the park.
Vehicle on the move, heading towards the airport. Vehicle arriving at Gate Number 8.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, this was on a Reddit thread. And you know, again, irony. Remember, I just told you I came from the store, right? And you see how the little dumpy white woman has nothing to do with being white. It didn't matter what color she was. She was dumpy, you know, small and shape. But anyway, long story short, and really I wouldn't have said all that if she's just a regular human being. You know, because I only saw this video once last night, and it's the hilarious. I don't know how this is working like this. If you watch, I can't watch it now yet because I'm just recording this. As they were at the part in that video I found, it's supposed to, I'll go into what it is after this, but I just got to say this. As it's at the part where they're talking about the nuances and the subtlety of following people, you see how that woman, she grabbed all of her bags at once, plastic bags. People don't know, most people don't do that, especially women. The reason they did that, I do that every time. And just now, one of my bags broke. And it occurred to me, because normally it was a big thing a couple of years ago. They always would ask me, you want to double one of the big stuff? And I have some, but I didn't because I had a problem. I don't know what it was at the time, you know, but it became clear as my bag broke about 10-15 minutes ago. Because like I said, I immediately came out here, especially after that, the one in the white car, you know, was standing there waiting on me at the top of the steps. And you saw when I got out here, she was just pulling off that one. So it was about to settle. So you see how and then when she got in the middle parking lot, she stopped and had to adjust everything. Instead of making multiple trips, she tried to carry everything at once. You know, it's not a big coincidence we both come from the store to get out with the plastic bags at the same time. That's not a coincidence. And it's funny, I'm showing this video that I found last night. I guess they do. I thought they monitor your internet. They do, but like I said, you know, they're just the little peons. You know, or maybe she is. She, you know, area. She might be one of the. She looked like people in the video. She might be one of the handlers. So I'm saying that the what. Okay, so now I'm going into the video. And this is, remember why I keep calling them lame and wannabes? That video, just I don't care. You can say, well, it's just feeding into it. No. Just look at the vibe. You see how it has the good production. Because when you read the Reddit thread, the Reddit thread, you know, you got people on there like, and also the people who posted it, they know the person's like, well, I don't know if it's staged or what, but it's so well produced. It has to be a real commercial or whatever. Not a commercial like on the air, but you know, like when you go into a job interview and it's playing, that's what it is, a recruitment video. And they're pointing out it's just way too much time and effort because you hear the music, it's like it's just way too much. I mean, yeah, you got people that can play, church musicians, they can play musicians like that, but the average person, you ain't got time. The hoster, you don't have the editing, and nowadays, yeah, but it takes a special type of nerd to do that. You can do it in your bedroom, but what about the actors? Well, who got the money if that video is fake? And like I said, what gets me from my experience is the wannabe-ness of it, and that's one of the first things I also felt when I started feeling something was wrong years ago. Before years, I told you I didn't find out what this was till 2016, that it was a fucked up program. I'm talking about way before that. You getting the vibe because, like I said, all these criminals, motherfuckers, I know for a fact is murderers. Literally, I know for a fact been in prison for murder and got out. How'd they get? Well, because they murdered another black person. They don't get that many years. They might get 10, 15. Black on black shit. They back out. The hell is. Both of them, the victim and the murderer. Or, well, is it murder when you get into it? Both of them know, what's liable. We all, the rules. Shit, you're getting into it with somebody, shit happens. I mean, I don't know. But I'm not speaking on that. But also, and you get like, what? How this person? And that's what it didn't insult me so much. But it's like, wait a minute, I'm an ex-veteran. You always a veteran. I'm ex-military, and y'all. But so I'm getting like y'all together, like y'all working on this together. It's like it's paranoid, it's a spirit, like. So that shows you the type of people that they choose, and it ain't even just the that proves it's not. I don't know what that it's not a good thing, and not because they choose. Yeah, they could be reformed, and you're like, well, no, that never happens. No, I could say from experience, yeah, they could. Some of them can get out, or even make that change inside. But this is about, at least with me, from what I see, is making you shut up, bringing you down. If you the type to speak out. You know why I say bringing you down? Because they don't want nobody speaking out. It is about control. This shit is not about sticking up for the community. See how this commercial said? It is not about that. And that's why I talk about the wannabe-ness. Shit they automatically say. The only lame people say that when they get a good gig. Oh, this might not be for you. The rest of us, if you got a good gig and they're hiring, I don't care how exciting it is, I'm I'm paratrooper, yada yada yada. If I think you can handle it, shit, man, come on, man. Oh, this is what you gotta go talk to your crew, yada yada. This back in the day when I was, shit. If that's, but you just don't find too many people that want to do that shit. So I didn't have that situation because nobody wants to do it. People in the army don't want to jump out of airplanes, and they tell you to your face. Except for people in your unit or division or other, from different divisions or, different militaries, you get, sometimes you do that not cross training, but get your foreign jump wings and shit like that. But if you're not airborne or the bus steps above Ranger, Green Berets, Special Forces, or, whatever, they don't get it. People in the military don't get it. Like, no, man, I'm not. But so my thing is the wannabe-ness of it. But the people in this program, like, it's not for everybody. You have to. I've never said it. Nobody I know says that it's not for everybody. You have to be. You have to be. You're not tough enough. When I say that because you fucking with me. And I don't mean fuck you hurting my fit. No, I mean you fucking with me when I'm gonna fuck you up. And most people, like I said, only a lame nigga would do that shit. I ain't even talking about military shit. I'm talking about street nigga shit. Why would you be? Yeah, what's the phrase? Game recognized. And this ain't a competition, nigga. That's how I know you not a real. You just fake as hell. You in it for your little recognition. You didn't have to do it, or. You looking for an excuse. you know, for doing what the bullshit you doing, right? And like I said, when you rewind and watch this, I ain't too tech savvy. Well, I can figure out how to leave a link to this video, but it's you know, this shit just it's just lame. Like, why didn't you just be a real cop? Why didn't you just be a real soldier? Why didn't you just be a fireman? Why didn't you be, you know, whatever? You know, any of them government agencies, what they call the alphabet groups. You know, the G-men and the this and that. Why instead of this bull? It reminds me of this lame ass shit. You know, the movie, couple of movies where the wannabes, you know, just like you just running around pretending, and they're telling you this, you know, they giving you code names and code words, and you know, there's a couple of comedy movies I just watched the other day. That's what you know, it's like the rent a cop, security guards. I've been a rent a cop, you know, when I first got out the military. That literally might have been the first gig I got was a security guard. I ain't no shame in that shit. It was a paycheck. You know, you got responsibilities. Shit. I ain't think about it. I thought it was funny too. I called myself a running cop. Yeah, I mean, it's hilarious. Yeah, I admit it. Yeah, I could have commanding figure. Motherfucker, seriously, that was part of the joke. 'Cause I'm like, I'm not trying to look serious. So you think I look serious in this uniform or whatever you think the you know, you know, whatever it is, but I'm not trying to be authority figure. It's both just because I got, and I know it's a runner. It's a runner, literally a runner cop, no gun, no badge, just the, you know, the blue shirt, the pants, and you think that I'm just trying to get over with these hours. You know, shit. Try to, if it's the night shift, making sure I stay awake. You know, this was before smartphones. You got your cell phone, but that's it. You know, how many people can you call in the middle of the night? They got work in the morning if you're on the night shift. But anyway, enough of it. I'm getting off subject. The this in this video, like I said, the wannabe-ness of it, if that's a phrase, wannabe-ness, you can use that phrase, but it's like they pick the wannabes, you know, the instead of doing it for real, they create this shit because they knew and that's, I promise you, that is what I thought. It's like, this is, if it is, they're choosing these people who done, and a lot of them, they done a lot, so it's like, and they're not bad people, but what I'm trying to say is, so they did all this dirt trying to, what they got the excuse, well, I got a baby now, you know, and they think, and it's easy to manipulate them to, like, and they really thought they were part of something good, not just the gang they was part of, but this time now they part of something good. And that's the fucked up shit about it. And it's like they're getting fucked up, and they fucking up our lives. Both lives getting fucked up. And now I'm trying to explain to these motherfuckers, and they still just going with their little attitudes. And like, you're not, I never said I was. I'm just saying you haven't done this type of work, and this is bullshit. You're just following people around. You're not prepared for combat. You don't have no training. Like I said, if this motherfucker decide to snap on you, there is shit. What you gonna do? Die? And you got, you know, it's like the one, Barney Fife. Yeah, that's what Barney Fife. You know, Barney Fife never. But yeah, he did. He would. He shake. You know, citizens arrest. You know, shit like that. And this what this. That's what the whole thing I've been talking about. And like I said, I just don't. I can't get with that type. I couldn't do it. Even back in the day when I was younger, before the military, there's no way I could be, you know, you learn the rules. You know, they didn't the niggas in your hood. I ain't talking about race. You know, you can't do no sneaky shit like that. It's like some Dennis the Menace shit. You throwing rocks and busting people windows and running and shit, and you a grown ass man. Why would you even do that in the first? There's this shit you inspired it, and like another thing I was thinking about when I watched this. Remember the recent videos I made, and the I was saying how they looking. You know, I turned around suddenly, and they, you know, they like look. They did it again today, just telling on themselves. You know, looking guilty. You know, just. It's like, niggas, y'all not made for this. Stop it. You know, everybody, I guess I'm the easy target because I know what's going on and it's just annoying. But what about the people that this stuff is working on? I'm telling you, it works. It worked on me. I'm man enough to admit that. I just knew better. And I had, not insurance, but I can go to VA. So I didn't have to go to the county hospital to get help and this and that. But you got some people. I'm like, I'm not, I wouldn't fuck with people. I'm trying to purposely drive crazy, and you think is this is well? Maybe you can say, well, we didn't know this. What they told us is they're bad people, and this is we're helping the community. I'm telling you, bitch, that is not what it is. Y'all, we all look like we all finna maybe not. We all finna be under the thumb of whoever these motherfuckers is, and it ain't about race. You can tell by the type of people that's on top. I'm talking about mostly celebrities, tech giants. You got all types of genders. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 type of families and races and all of this shit. And like I said, the wannabe, what I call the wannabe-ness of it is like Paul Blart Mall Cop. You know, that's what, and it's not just me joking, trying to be funny. Like, cause I'm saying I really feel that the how it's trying to be so organized, over organized. They're not anal retentive, but it's just over organized. You know, just. Like, it's fake, you know. Our meeting is done, and this is our morning briefing. And why in the fuck are you having a morning briefing? You know, I've been in a couple of jobs. You have a safety briefing, but because the job is dangerous, shit, you know, the one in the morning briefings. Oh, a big ass crane just collapsed in Seattle, and we're working with the same type of cranes, and it wasn't that much. It wasn't nothing to tell us. They just basically told us what happened. This was a couple months ago. Oh shit, they tried to dismantle it and they took steps. They skipped some steps, just like now the wind is blowing. They took out all the boats. I don't even know if that's been reported in the news. And we heard this the next day after it. So, you know, the one that, not this time, but I think it was still wintertime maybe or spring. But it was this year. And the crane collapsed. Because I got a couple of videos but the week before on that job site. Because, you know, I'm making videos of the hypocrisy and the stupidity, right? Because, matter of fact, that was the job site I got. If you go way back through my videos, and I was talking about the dude who didn't have lunch money. And they made that into a little gang stalking thing. But my job was directly with the crane operators. I was just basically waving in the trucks, bringing in the big gigantic slabs, because they were building the parking deck, or still are, and it's you can, like I said, I don't just go through the, I guess, playlist. I don't know how far back it is, how far down, but so I'm basically their guide, you know, for the you can see, 'cause I think I made one at the, you know, because it's unfinished, but basically now if it's finished or it's getting close to finished, it's, you know, we're at the part where you go down into the parking deck and down the ramp, and the ramp isn't finished. The ramp at that time was still gravel, but anyway, so the trucks were getting stuck, and you know, because they're heavy and they're carrying these big gigantic slabs, and also it had the other crane operator on top of the building. And the one that collapsed that week would be the one, because actually I had some words with the crane operator on the type of crane that collapsed, because I was standing up in the street with the other dudes who guided the trucks, and it was almost time for us to go, but he was the night crane operator. I didn't know, But he pulls up in this big old pretty truck. Yeah, all of us we looked at it like, damn, and it was a 2500, not the 15. It was the 20, the dually, nice and shiny and brand new. And the guy gets out and he hits the alarm. I think I might have said something in one of the videos way back there. And he looked at me like he was embarrassed because yeah, he was a white guy, but that's why he looked because he hit the. But I don't even think it was because I could have been. I think it was not because of my color, but because I'm standing right there. I'm not giving him too much credit. I'm just saying it because we were close. He was a little bit. He's younger than me, but I think if I would have did it, I would have did the same thing. You would have felt lame. And he looked because he gave it a little stupid grin, like, "Oh man, you watch it for me." He said it like that, and I don't look like the type to joke with, But anyway, I laughed. I thought it was funny. I said, "Yeah, all right. Ain't nobody because it has a sign. You got all these people. Nobody's gonna break in the truck." But after that was like his first day, first night, and they explained it. I was like, well, "Who's that?" And I told the other dudes that I was working with, that's what happened. And they were talking, but everybody was talking about the truck. So he had a reason, and the reason was he's the night operator of the crane. So basically, the whole place was gonna be empty except for their little crew, and this truck would have been sitting there by itself. And he way up on top of the building. He would have basically all he would have been able to do was watch his truck get broken into if that would happen. But so like I said, I would blame him for that. But it was funny because, like I said, he recognized as soon as he did it. He was like, "Boop." And he turned back and said, "Just watch the truck for me." I said, "Yeah, you good, man. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with your damn truck." And he's like, "Oh, that's." But then you see on the news, same, the type of crane that collapsed, same exact train that he operate. And them guys, that's pretty, ain't no pretty decent, decent job. They got to stay up all that, money wise. And the next morning we all like, well, what you know it because they know, even though that was way in Seattle. The point was, they gonna send across everything, because it might have been something else if it wasn't human error. So they immediately, even before the investigation, but they already had known what happened, and just like if you doing a job, you don't have to be there, what happened, you could tell. Oh, they must have did something. And so the dude on our side, one of the not inspectors, but he was like, "Ah, shit, they took, instead of taking it section by section, they wanted to make it faster and unloosen all the bolts on this gigantic crane. And so basically it's nothing, no more bolts. And they thought they could take it down, and a gust of wind came, and that's why that one collapsed." So yeah, it's like all these things I be knowing what exactly would happen just because I be in the right spot, but not at the spot of the disaster. And so I don't know if I haven't looked it up. Y'all can look it up.